back in here with some Toltec pickups action. Got this set of late 50s precision bass pickups with the raised A poles, just the raised A poles. I think they only made the production for about a year or so, according to sources information. This side came in dead, this one's okay. Dead, that's the reports. So I got my multimeter on it, of course, not getting anything from it. Decided to give it a quick flash over at solder joints, not getting out from that. So this, the finish of it had a little splice on, an extra bit that was spliced on, so we took that off and just backed this wire back a couple of turns, stripped a bit of the coating off, got it on the multimeter, it's come back to life. So that's good news, we don't have to rewind the whole thing and, you know, alter its originality. One thing I will say is watch out for when I like to thread the wire through and loop it through the eyelet, then get my solder on, get my lead wire in. This one's looped through this side of it here. The wire's coming up here and it's looped and it's going round here. Now what that can do is it can get wire that it starts to take up space on the eyelet, so when you're putting your lead wire in, you can puncture it and catch it and then just trash it again. So I like to wrap it to the side so it's coming up and it's just tucking in to the side, and you're leaving as much space as possible through the eyelet there to put poppy lead wire in. So that's just one thing to watch out for, guys. Again, your eyes are there for a reason. Take a breath and just have a look at what you're doing. When I was a kid, there used to be this TV program called Stop, Look and Listen, showing my age, but that was a UK program. Stop, look and listen, and that's what you got to do. Observe what's going on and find out how you can remedy it with as least disruption as possible. Use your eyes, use your ears, use the knowledge. Don't go at it like a bull in a china shop, as the adage and the phrase goes. Just take some due care and attention and you'll get it repaired. If it's something that's gone dead in the coil here, because I know that they were notorious for not taping off the magnets to protect from the coil wire maybe causing a short on it if it rusts or something, or moisture gets in there. So when I do rewinds, I will tape that magnet off with a little bit of masking tape or Kapton tape or something like that, and then we've got at least an extra barrier of protection, because this kind of coating over the years is known to break down and then cause a short on the inside with moisture and rust forming. Don't go crazy with loops. I like to get about 5 or 6 in there, and then now I've got enough space in that to get the lead wire through. So we'll get a fresh blob of solder on this, fill it up, check it. If we're getting a reading off it, we're good to go. Easy peasy in it, holler back. So we did that little repair on this pickup, and boom, there it is, back to life. So we're good. We haven't had to completely redo this and scrap it, you know, scrap the old wire and stuff. Just what I were gassing on about before with the way that I'm threading that through is, like, if you imagine, you know, there's your eyelet there that you're threading through. If it's, you know, that's your bobbin, they're wrapped kind of this way here, so your wire's coming up, start or finish, whichever way, and it's wrapped. Let's start that bit, and it's coming like wrapping round this bit here. But if your wire's coming up here, then it's kind of, your wraps going through that centre eyelet there, isn't it? So what can happen is when you're putting your lead wire into there, you know, you can just stick it on like that, but let's get a nice secure solder joint. When you thread it through, you can start catching this wire here, and you can break it and split it with the lead wire. So I bring it on through here, and then I wrap it to the side, and wrap it round this side of it, so your wire's kind of going off there, and it's leaving most of that space free for your lead wire to go through and fill with solder. So it's kind of coming up, and then it's kind of going off to the side there, wrapping off to the side. Another thing, once you've done that, you still got to be careful when you're putting the cover back on, because sometimes these covers are really tight. This stuff's like that old stuff, it's like the butyrate or whatever that kind of plastic is, and it can sort of shrink, and they become a really tight fit sometimes. So you're trying to squeeze your pickup into that cover again, and then it's really tight against it. It's going to happen either side though, that side or that side, and then you can snap the wire there. So you just got to be careful when you do it. Another thing that I found out, much to my dismay in the past, if I got these, and if some of them people have rewound them or faffed about with, filled them with wax and stuff, and I can't get the damn cover off. So with the modern stuff, or if I'm doing a rewind on a previous potted ABS plastic or PVC or whatever, just soak it in a little bit of warm water to melt the wax, and then you can get it out. With this kind and your original sort of butyrate path bobbins, you don't want any heat anywhere near this, because it'll just warp it. How do I know? Because I've effed up like that in the past. Do you know what I mean? Once bitten, twice shy and all that lot. You don't want any of that near this stuff. Or that's why they didn't wax pot 'em. Or that's why if you're doing replicants of that, and you're finding that old kind of plastic, because as soon as you stick that in that wax, it's just going to warp, and you've just trashed either your nice new reproduction pickup you made, or you've just trashed a customer's late 50s cover. But you know, we live and learn, innit? That's all part of it. Just learn, make the damn mistakes, make sure you can try and learn from them, because sometimes we forget, and just suck it up, take one for the team, figure out how to make it right, and just belt on. Alright, easy.